Well, I've been working on a website a little bit more, and it's the Marion Light Artillery website. It's MarionLightArtillery.com. And you can see down here you got an SAR page. That is Sons of the American Revolution. And what we have here, I got a cat right here, right on top of this computer doing some weird things here. Mr. Onyx. Anyway, so we got the articles in here from January to June 30th. So that's completed. Um, He's stepping all over the keyboard. Come on, little fella. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's it. Really appreciate it. Anyway, so back to the other page. Um, so it's yeah. Actually, I finished doing this at 6 o'clock in the freaking morning. So I've been working on it pretty damn hard. The problem is with this the SitePad software. Like when you go to use the website, it opens nice and fast. There's absolutely no problem with it. So if you say John Paul Jones takes command of Bonhomme Richard, which Bonhomme Richard's the name of the ship, you hover over the flag, the waving 1776 flag or 76 flag. It says John Paul Jones. You click it on, and you'll see another. This computer's a little slower, but you click it on, it opens up to a PDF, and you can download it, you can view it, you can print it, whatever you want to do. The advantage is you can download this stuff and print it. Unlike a lot of other stuff you get off the internet, it's not in a PDF format. And what it does is opens up to a new window. It keeps you on the same page. Now, what I did was this was getting loaded up so bad that now when you open this opens up fine. It's not going to be slow. For me, with the editor software, it opens up really, really slow for me. It takes me like 40 minutes just to open this page. I thought it was stuck. I thought there's a problem. I was like, just let it sit for 40 minutes. It opens up. It's very slow to edit. For you to use it and open and just use it, browse with it, it works great. No problem. For me, it's a real slow, tedious process to update it. So that's why it took me to freaking 6 o'clock in the morning. I was using it in the wee hours in the morning, hoping that it was a little faster. It was a little bit faster, but still. Um, anyway, you can see there's a divider line here between each month. So these are like daily articles. It's not by year, it's by day. Something that happens on a particular day. Once in a while, there's two events on one day. There's a couple days that it's skipped, but that's what I got. If there's something that's missing, I find out later. I'll fill it in. But I think the only day I saw skipped was July 9th. So what I did, since this was filling up, I got 6 months worth of it in there. I did an SAR 2 page, Sons of the American Revolution 2 page. It's a clone. So it took me, I just let it sit there and clone. It's like it took like an hour to clone this page. So what I did, so I also have to do now is go back in and, change the words in this, change the link, change the hover over thing like this is Cherokee War Campaign, Declaration of Independence, Wyoming Massacre, back to Declaration of Independence adopted. So he was drafted, the Declaration of Independence was drafted July 2nd, but not adopted till July 4th. That's why we celebrate July 4th. But it was actually made on July 2nd. So now I got to go back in and, so I did July. I got 5 more months. So you see it repeats back to February because I cloned that page. So this will be August, September, October, November, December, whatever. And you, Onyx, get off my freaking keyboard. This guy, he's a playful little cat. But anyway, so if you want to, and I was working on this today. I also had to do a hard drive upgrade on the computer that I use the video editing software with. I mean, I was always taking stuff off that hard drive and putting it on separate external hard drives and stuff. But, I think after a while I was thinking, this damn thing is getting filled up. So I got another drive and I cloned it. I just did that tonight. I got to do I got to do maybe at least one more computer with another hard drive. And because I'll tell you, this video stuff, boy, it eats up a lot of space. I don't even know how YouTube does it because I know they're very restrictive, but today they're very restrictive on YouTube. I mean, they're not going to have a problem with this video. If they got a problem with this video, they just freaking take a leap into the ocean Pacific. I'm getting mad. I really am mad at them, to tell you the truth. But, I'm just telling you that I got, well, I got money. But if you want to put some PayPal money into my BitChute account, you go to BitChute, you look for SYY Energy 7. $5-10, because actually what I'm doing this for is not for me. I mean, I can float. I'm fine. I'm not dying or nothing like that. But I do miss my freaking YouTube money. They demonetized me for hate speech. You can see my cats. I'm hate. No way. You know what it is? The Confederate stuff. Now this, I don't think this is. I don't know. In the future, probably they'll say this is hate too. Sons of the American Revolution. That's the way they're going. But for now, nah, I don't think so. Give it a few years, they'll change their mind on this too. But that's what it's demonetized for. So I'm working on this stuff, and this is actually on the Marion Light Artillery site. Now, what I'm planning to do is just tell you this openly. This is why I want you to support my work too. I opened up another domain called Marion Bushwhackers. After this SAR2 page is done, we get all that stuff up there. We got the 370, whatever, 365 or so articles up there. It's supposed to be one for each day, but sometimes there's more than one. It's roughly 365 articles. Once they're all up here, I want to clone this site over to Marion Bushwhackers. It's going to be a little bit different, but I want all the SAR articles and the Confederate articles cloned over to that site, especially these Sons of American Revolution articles, because they took so much time to put up there. Now, what I'm going to change on it, though, is I'm going to put a special on General Forrest, how he was a civil rights leader, which is absolute truth, and for blacks, he was an early white civil rights leader for blacks. They got all this stuff down. If I do one little video on YouTube about something, they get all bent out of shape about it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They smeared so much dirt on this guy. I'm going to do stuff on Robert E. Lee, I'm going to do it with an emphasis on how Robert E. Lee, Jefferson Davis, and others in the Confederacy were very helpful to blacks. In the Union, Sherman and Sheridan and Lincoln was harmful to blacks. That's what's going to be on a lot of the Marion Bushwhackers site. So if you want to support this or support my efforts, fine. What I'm going to also do is I'm going to try to get to schools seeing the Sons of the American Revolution articles. And when they see this, they can also see the truth about, the Confederacy, which is the true financial causes of the war, why the North invaded the South. You can read that. Actually, I wrote this myself here. I wrote the second one. And, this cat is a freaking dog. Get out of here, will you? This guy's jumping on these dog cats. I mean, I got all of them in here right now because I'm afraid that, after what happened with little Dixie getting poisoned, and I don't even know where Boots the cat is. I haven't seen him for days. I'm scared to put him outside. I'm going to put him outside tomorrow afternoon, a little while. But anyway, I'm going to I'm going to have another website up. So I'm doing this all at my own cost. And this is actually for all public information. So if you want to support a little bit of that, fine. If you don't, fine. I mean, I'm not going to die or nothing, but it's always good to get a little more support, a little help. And these sites will be updated often. I'm going to be going to more events here in Marion County. There's other heritage events coming up. There's cemetery. There's grave markers they're putting for Confederate soldiers unknown. That were unknown before. Now they're going to have grave markers for them. There's also another event coming up besides with the historical house. There's also the Confederate Memorial Day event coming up in April. I'm going to be all filming that, and I'll be putting stuff up here. That's why I'm like upgrading hard drives, doing cameras and stuff. I mean, I'm an accountant. I don't do this video crap, but the thing is, I'm doing it, so whatever. And it costs money. That's the thing. Now, one thing I got an advantage of being an accountant, which I'm not a bookworm accountant type, but I got the perseverance and fortitude to actually do all this stuff. So in other words, there's a lot of stuff in these articles right now. A lot of stuff on this, a major amount of information. So here you got about a Treaty of Paris. And I'd like the schools to have this because, they're really dumbing down the schools and they're not giving a lot of information. There's a lot more information in these articles than there is in these damn textbooks. There's actually more information in these articles than you'd have from, some of the courses in college, even so. And this even about Captain Wirtz. You know, there's a speech here. I did a transcript of the speech. This took me a long time to get the transcript because I couldn't understand the spelling of the names from what he was saying in his speech from the recording. So I had to look up the actual. It's about Captain Wirtz, right? And Andersonville POW camp in Georgia. He was basically a martyr for the South, was it come down to. But I had to go back into the original trial transcript. Here comes Cat again. Come here, Cat. You step on my computer again? And Feather. So, she's looking at me. I had to go back into the original transcript, and it just took me a major amount of hours because I don't know what she's saying. Chapman. It's Martin P. Chipman. That was who the name was. Who the historians he was referring to. Now, what this guy said in his speech is very important because he's got 3 MBAs in history plus a PhD, and he's written over 40 books, and he's got the qualifications. He's not just somebody who's giving a speech. He's got the qualifications. So this was Dr. Albert Winkler, okay? PhD and three or four MBAs. So I did a transcript of his speech. I think I did a good job on it. Maybe it's not absolutely flawless in I think there's a couple places I left out a word because I couldn't understand it exactly. I'm actually doing this from a recording. So I had about the unreliable testimony and stuff. And then there was other information I got, which they use unreliable paid testimony to basically crucify Captain Wirtz. The union did this. And I also have in here another article about Captain Wirtz, and this is also from the MOSB commanders. This is Captain Wirtz's grandson. Both his grandsons, one's from Switzerland, one's from Georgia. And this was another one I did. Was a short testimony from Union Lieutenant James Madison Page, a rare book. It's a few pages from it. You can read that. You can just see what it says. It's probably going to pop up in here real quick. Defense, the true story of Andersonville Prison. So this is actually very difficult information to find out. I found out a lot of this information from people that they know the information, but they're not really getting it out there to the public. They're very smart people. They know the information, but they're not getting it out to the public. So I'm trying to get this out to the public. So I got this, information on a couple websites. Also, I have it on Confederate-heritage.com. That's another website I put up and domain I bought. So, if you want to help me out, fine. I mean, you're not, if you want to help out the sons of Confederate veterans, fine, whatever. And here comes my other cat. Crash. God. You guys are these two little cats over here. The team Onyx and Feather, the mom and the son, came in here. They're like wild animals because they are wild animals. Anyway, so anyway, So I'm working on this stuff basically 80 hours a week or more, and I'm doing it with the same type of keen dedication I had with accounting that I built up high net worth people to exponentially more wealth. So I'm doing that for this cause instead. By the way, interestingly enough, Sons of American Revolution meetings were canceled this month due to the coronavirus. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I said, what are you doing? I says, God, you weenies are... Well, anyway, you know what's going on. So one of us is a true SAR guy. I am freaking not afraid of that stupid thing. Anyway, and I'm going to be continuing to covering more and more reenactments. And this is like, I'm using an old XP computer, so this if you click this on, this would come up and do the job real quick. But yeah, drive 100-something miles and go pick up all these videos, and it adds up, it adds up. So I'm going to continue doing this. I got other events I'm going to in March. I'm going to in April, June, and all that stuff. So anyway, if you want to help me, just go down on BitChute, look for Synergy 7, which is, you go to BitChute, BITCHUT. I'll put a link down there. Do the PayPal, fine. You don't want to do it, fine. That's fine too. Anyway, so just to let you know again, This SAR2 page, this should be updated within the next few weeks, probably less than that. And I'm going to clone this whole site over to MarionBushwhackers.com, and we'll take care of it. So that's another thing I put up. So I'll be, expending money on that too. Adding more hard drives to another computer. I just did one right now. So, I mean, I can handle it, but the thing is, it'd be nice if I had more, because YouTube isn't paying anything. And I know it's because probably, I'd say 99% of chance it's freaking the Confederate stuff, because that's the stuff they mainly wouldn't monetize. And the reality of it is, if you hate what the South did to try to break away from the Union over taxes, that's what it was. They're getting screwed by taxes, and the tax money was being spent in the North to support the oligarchs up there and their through infrastructure spending. And if you don't like that, and also you ought to look at the limits they're putting on, the spending in Congress and term limits on the presidency and all that kind of stuff. Basically more limits on the federal government, especially. If you look at that, if you say that's evil, then the next step you're gonna do is you're gonna say the American Revolution was evil. So you're already doing that. You can see this stuff in the ultra liberals, or what do you want to call it, the Bolsheviks, communists in the school system and stuff. They're already saying that the Constitution's outdated. It was written by a bunch of white slave owners and stuff. They're already saying this shit. So it's only independent people are getting this stuff out there. And to me, this is not like political one way or the other. It's not for political party or this. It's just it's ideals. It's the ideals of the Bill of Rights, and what the country fought for and how much people sacrificed. And in 1776 and 1861 was the same thing. Actually, the South had more reason to break away from the Union than even the colonies had from breaking away from King George. So, but Americans need to understand that they've been brainwashed extensively. And also, I have a page in here about media bias. That's going to be cloned over to the other site too. This was, about, well, I don't want to even mention it in here. You could watch it. I don't even want to mention this on YouTube because they're a little, they're out. I don't know what the hell I don't even know what they're Big Brother. They're the Ministry of Truth now. That's what they are. Susan's a whack job, but she is a whack job, and she hates everybody. As far as I don't really like that lady, man. Now that I saw, I mean, politically, let me say this: I never trusted Trump, but I voted for him. I knew he was like, now I realize the stuff he was saying was like a bunch of, compared to everybody else, whoa, there's like no choice there. Hillary, no way in hell. Susan supporting Hillary. Susan's a whack job. Anyway, that's another way I look at it. Anyway, but if you want to support me, I'll just put a link down there. Where the hell it is on BitChute? You go there. BitChute's free. You don't pay money for BitChute. There's no ads to it. BitChute's surviving by 2 full-time employees. The guy that runs it's a freaking hero. And I'm going to put this video up on BitChute too. And, we'll discuss that. And I haven't put up a video here for a little bit because I was working on putting another 30 days worth of this stuff in here on the SAR, on the July articles, and, cloning a hard drive on my computer. So I got to do another computer, so I got to do that one, and maybe a third one. Maybe a third one too. It's like, actually, I go through a lot of stuff, man. I go through a lot of stuff. So if you want to help me, fine. You don't. That's okay too. I mean, I'm not gonna be off the air. I'm not like one of these people that don't have money and stuff. But then again, what I'm doing when I was doing YouTube and making money, I consider that a sacrifice because, literally I could be making $80,000 to $105,000 a year, right? I definitely wasn't making that on YouTube. I could be doing that in accounting. Now, if I'm doing that, I'm definitely not going to be on air because I used to come home like after midnight practically every day. That's how much work I was doing. When you're making that kind of money, you're not sitting on your ass doing just 40 hours a week. You're like working constantly, constantly. At least that's how it was for me. And I could be doing that, but I'm trying to do this for these guys, the Confederates, the Sons of Confederacy, and the Sons of the American Revolution. Plus, I'm also trying to keep you abreast on things with health. And I'm gonna put up something on the coronavirus probably tomorrow or maybe Monday on BitChute only, not YouTube, because they'll bury the results anyway. They're screwing anybody that is not officially with the freaking rip-off medical establishment or their official this or official that. They're downplaying all the results. They're killing you're killing you in the search engine. So that's how they're knocking all the regular people's on YouTubers. They're knocking them way the hell down. It's an overall policy by YouTube. So I'm not even bothering with those jerks too much, you know. I'll put my cat videos up here. I'll put this video up here, fine. But there's gonna be other videos gonna be going up on BitChute that are not gonna be up on freaking YouTube at all. And I'm not going down any kind of freaking wild conspiracy trails or anything like that. And by the way, I should let you know. Do you know the term conspiracy theory? You know where that came from? The CIA. The CIA coined that term when people were questioning the Warren Commission results report from the JFK assassination. They said, those people are making conspiracy theories. This Warren report is good. That bullet bounced off 12 different places and hit this and hit that. That's a single bullet. That's what it was. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the magic bullet that freaking went off from, whatever. It's freaking, it's amazing. It's amazing how people buy into bullshit. Anyway, that's enough. Talk too long. But again, there's going to be a lot of information up here. I'm putting more. There's going to be another website. It's going to be coming up. It's called Marion Bushwhackers. After I get the SAR articles all up here for the last 6 months, I got 5 more months to go. I'm going to clone this thing over to Marion Bushwhackers. I bought the freaking domain. I'll pay for the same kind of services this thing has. And then some of these will be up there. The difference is going to be I'm going to have a page on General Forrest, Jefferson Davis, General Lee, Jackson, different, specializing that. So anyway, over and out. You can see low disk space. I got to freaking fix this one too.